It's Raegan Thorp here with Raegan Thorp Real Estate Group, and I wanted to tell you a story. I'm actually in a networking group, and I shared this story this morning, and I was encouraged to share it with others. I have a client I've worked with a couple times here in Atlanta. His mom lived in New York, and he wanted her to be closer to him in Atlanta. So we found an agent for her in New York. Her home ended up selling about 2 months ago in New York, and we started the process of finding a place here in Atlanta. She told me that her budget was $200,000. The lender told me that we had about 90 days to find a place and close on it because she was retired, had a fixed income, and had to take the proceeds from the other house and invest it in a timely manner, or else her credit score would drop. So everything was on a tight timeline. Plus the fact that $200,000 for a home in Atlanta is really challenging to find, but I was up for the challenge. We went outside the city pretty far. Most of the homes we looked at were not in good condition. One day there was a house that was listed for $225 and it was reduced to $200. It was a Thursday. We immediately went to that house. We put it under contract immediately. It appraised for over $200,000. I knew it was worth more than that, and we secured that home for her. She was very nervous that everything was going to work out, and I kept reassuring her that everything would be fine. Everything that she did was great, but the seller did not have clear title to sell this property. The attorney that was working the deal contacted me and said, "I'm sorry, this is going to take months to resolve," and we knew the timeline we were under, and I was not willing to accept that. So I found a different attorney that was able to help us with the probate issue that we were facing, and we discovered that there was a quitclaim deed that had been signed a number of years before but was not filed in the courts. So that we were able to help the seller find the old neighbors from 20 years ago to act as witnesses and sign new documentation so that we're able to close on this property next week. And just really excited to be able to help this client. And the commission, just because a lot of people think an agent makes a ton of money on commission, the commission on this property is $6,000 for a $200,000 property. Half of that goes to the broker, which means it's $3,000. $1,000 of that goes to the government. So that's $2,000 that I will bring home for helping this client over the past year, and I'm glad to do it. Just wanted you to hear that story and let me know if you know anyone that I can help. Thanks a lot, Raegan Thorp.